Hello everyone, hope you are doing well and studying well as well. So in this session we will be discussing the 11 pledges the Prime Minister gave in the Parliament when there was a debate held on the two-day debate was held on the Constitution, about the Constitution. See, the Prime Minister gave the 11 Sankalps or the pledges in the Parliament when there was a two-day debate was held celebrating the 75 glorious years of our Constitution. Okay, so 75 glorious years of the Constitution, the Prime Minister gave the 11 Sankalp, the 11 pledges. Now, why are we discussing this? What is this significance? So why? See, because it was already said as 75 years of our Constitution. 75 years of the working of our Constitution. So there it assumes significance, and here the Prime Minister, the Prime Minister links the 11 pledges with the 100 years of independence of our country. So what the PM said, these 11 pledges will help India be a Vikasit Bharat by 2047. So it is assumed significance, these pledges, 100 years and 75 years. So it can be helpful for you to enrich your answers. Now, how is this going to help us? See, we all know this is going to help us in enriching our answers. Enriching the answers. Okay, see, we all know the triangle. This here is the foundation. This is answer writing. And this is enrichment. See, this is 11 pledges will help enrich your answers. So it will polish your answers. So how is going to help us? See, suppose this is your mains cutoff. Okay, suppose you will take hypothetically 700 marks is your mains cutoff. With this foundation and answer writing, how much above you can reach? See, this is all hypothetical. It's not a fact-based research or anything, but based on our observation of the mains. Okay, so with answer writing foundation, suppose you reach 20 to 30 marks above the cutoff. So this may not necessarily mean that you will get into the list. See, the gap is 200 you have to fill to get into the list. Between the mains and the final cutoff, the gap is 200. So 20 above the cutoff. So you have to necessarily score 180 to 190 to get into the list. Okay, and you will get a lower rank. But suppose you enrich your answers also along this, you complete the entire triangle. So you can see you can get 80 to 100 marks above the cutoff here. The enriched answer. This will be the distinguishing factor from you. Your answers will have this as a distinguishing factor from others, which will fetch 1 or 1.5 mark extra in each answers. So if suppose you 100 to 80 to 100 marks above the cutoff, so you need just 100 marks to get into the list. Now interview, if you perform well, if you perform even above average, you can get 160 to 200 marks in the interview, and plus you are getting a leverage of 100 marks in your mains. So with this score you can be in the top ranks of the list. So this is what enrichment can do to your performance in the mains, and this 11 pledges is one of the way you can enrich your answers, and it is significant as well. We said why, because 75 years of our Constitution, 11 pledges, and PM links it with the 100 years of the independence, 2047, Vikasit Bharat. Okay, so even if you saw that video where in the parliament where PM was given these 11 pledges. See, PM here and the council of ministers was sitting behind. You notice many of those council of ministers were taking notes when the PM was giving the 11 pledges. Now what notes they must be giving? Of course they will be writing about the 11 pledges, and this they will direct to the bureaucracy. This is the now pledges, we have to formulate our policies according to these pledges, and you also take these pledges for Vikasit Bharat. The bureaucrats will formulate policies based on the 11 pledges for Vikasit Bharat. So you are here, civil services aspirants. You aspire to be bureaucrats. Now this okay, so here and here. Now if you also adopt these 11 pledges, write in your paper, the person checking you will be happy, and you will see yes, he is a potential bureaucrat, and you may reach here. So this is all the importance of the 11 pledges we are discussing, and you incorporate in your answer will help enrich your answers. See, these 11 pledges we'll discuss. I'll break down each of these pledges, and we will link it with our syllabus GS papers, and we also identify the areas and where you can write all this in which type of questions when question comes in the mains examination. See, this 11 pledges I personally feel is very significant for the mains 2025. This will I keep this as a compass for your answers. Okay, that is enrich your answers with this. So GS you can link it with the GS papers, and also we can help in public administration paper 2. Okay, so we'll break down these 11 pledges and we'll discuss each one of them. Okay, and yes, in this session, at the end of the session, I'll give you one question also. You write this question, answer to that, send it to me, send it in a PDF format only, and try to incorporate the pledges in conclusion or a body part in the forceful. It will help make your answers more forceful and enriched. So these are the 11 pledges. See, these 11 pledges I have this is not the chronological order which the Prime Minister gave. Rather, I have grouped them, similar ones together, and we will discuss. See, this is more very interesting pledge. We will discuss. It is more related to the DPSPs and the fundamental duties. Okay, see, this inclusive development, women-led development, and regional growth for national development. We can connect with the development part of our syllabus, inclusive development, etc., which is explicitly mentioned in our GS2 and also GS3 syllabus. Okay, now see, this is 5, 6 and 7. Zero tolerance towards corruption, dynastic politics and meritocracy, and respect for the constitution is more related to morality and ethics. This is just an overview I am giving. We will discuss each of them. Okay, and see, this is the 8th pledge. It is religion, opposition to religion-based quotas. Commitment to existing reservation. So this is more related to social justice. Okay, and Indian society also. And this last 3, I feel it's more of an reiteration of the fundamental duties mentioned in our constitution. Okay, now see what Prime Minister Modi also said. She said, I've given this 11 pages by taking inspiration from where? He took the inspiration from the spirit of the constitution. Spirit of the constitution. PM Modi outlined. Based on the spirit of the constitution, I have given the 11 sankalps for the Vikasit Bharat by 2047. Okay, so let's discuss now each one of these. So see again, reiterating again, this is more of fundamental duties versus rights debate, and this is 3 are more related to development, inclusive development, sustainable development, women-led development. It is explicitly mentioned in your syllabus, development aspects. This is morality ethics, can connect with the ethics paper. Opposition to this is social justice, and this is more reiterating of the fundamental duties mentioned in our constitution. You can also use all these aspects in your essay paper as well. So let's dwell into each one of these. Now first what he says, citizen duties. Every individual and government must adhere to duties to uphold the national progress. Okay, now what are individual duties? Individual duties are mentioned in the constitution as fundamental duties. Fundamental duties. And government duties are DPSPs. Date to states and date to principles and state policy for the welfare of the people and welfare. Every individual and government must adhere to their duties. So duties you should adhere to national progress. Now see, since the inception of our constitution, there has been a debate on whether DPSPs are precedent over fundamental rights. So many cases happened. Champakam Dorai Rajan case to Yeshwaran Bharti to Minerva Mills case in the 42nd Amendment Act. This all surround around this debate only. Now 42nd Amendment Act case, so it also outlined, there was also a view whether to enjoy fundamental rights, the citizen should also perform fundamental duties on you. So this statement is more of a rekindling of this debate again. Let's see how this working of the constitution unfolds further. So when the question comes, suppose on this all aspects, GS2, very hot topic every other year in mains, implicitly or explicitly they keep asking about this, even linking with the basic structure of the constitution. So if the question comes on all these aspects, you can also write about this 11 pledges of the one of the pledge was this: every individual means fundamental duties, government DPSP must adhere to uphold the national progress, nation's progress. Okay, so what about the fundamental rights then? Debate may unfold on this in the near future, and government may formulate some policies, then say it's a duty of every individual adhere, but this policy may breach upon the fundamental rights. Then again cases may happen like the Aadhaar Act, where Article 21, right to privacy, yes, everyone knows, right? Now let's move on to the second one. Pledge. Here is the second pledge for inclusive development aimed at fostering regional and community-based growth aligned with the vision of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. Aimed at fostering regional and community-based growth with the vision of Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. Now, inclusive development mentioned in a syllabus. See what he's saying that there should be inclusive regional growth development. See, in our country, a very uneven growth, we all know. Certain states are very developed like Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, whereas other states such as the eastern state, be it Bihar, some part of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, are very underdeveloped states. Per capita income is low, GDP is less. So he's saying aimed at fostering regional growth. So there should be balanced regional growth. Every region should have equitable growth. Investment should come in all regions, not necessarily the peninsular states. Here too investment should come and growth should happen. So inclusive development. Suppose the Northeast, if you consider Northeast as a region, Peninsular India as a region, the northern part of the country as a region, there should be balanced growth. So it will reduce inequality, inclusivity will increase, then balanced growth will happen. Okay, so this is what is he talking about. And next he talks about community-based growth. Community-based growth. So community efforts. We all know there are many examples where community-oriented approach brings more sustainable and inclusive development. See the Amul model of development, the cooperatives, very highly successful model of development, bottom-up model. It is a community approach to development. Also the self-help group. Here community-based development, community growth, which promotes inclusive growth. So this question comes on self-help group. You can write this. Okay, you can mention this and align with the vision of Sabka Saath Sabka Vikas. So inclusive development, and also every region, every religion, every caste should be included in the should reap the benefits of the fruits of development. Sabka Saath and Sabka Vikas. Also he should have added Sabka Vishwas also. Building trust is also one kind of development. Highest form of social capital is building trust. Sabka Vishwas. Prime Minister should have, I guess, added here Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, Sabka Vishwas also. Okay, you add in your answers. Okay, this is about inclusive development. The second pledge aimed at fostering regional and community-based growth, aligned with Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Okay, so let's come to third one. The third pledge, again, I guess more of a reiterating. Woman-led development. Very important, woman-led development. Envisaging India as a global leader in empowering women. So first is woman-led development. The woman development you can connect with economic development, women leading in economic spheres, political spheres, social development also. Because we all know women in leadership position, so social development happens at a faster rate with the health, education, and other social evils are also tackled when women are in leadership position. Economic development, yes, it can promote sustainable development, inclusive development, where women are at the hem of development. And the prime example of in India is the self-help groups. How self-help groups have been successful in many states, be it Kerala, the Kudumshri model, even in Bihar there is one model, Ajivika, I guess this has highly been successful, women-led development. Now, political development, yes, you can also write this when the question comes on about the reservation in the parliament, the Nari Shakti bill. And this is a very important. See, you can also relate with this. It will help in overall development of human development. That is Human Development Index, Gender Development Index, Gender Inclusive Index. Then it will India become a global leader in empowering women. Economic, political, social, and then a role model for the entire world. We also had discussed in the past how to bring a transformational change in any organization or any nation. Woman can bring a transformational change in any organization or any nation if women are at the leadership position. This was a study done by Harvard Business Review, a Harvard school, and they concluded that women play a key transformation role in leadership position, okay, than men. So here you can write this pledge: women-led development, envisaging India as a global leader of women empowerment, empowering women. Okay, so let's move on to the fourth pledge. Now, regional growth and national advocate the mantra development of the nation to development of the states. Yes, many angles can be opened up here. Development of the nation, okay, no problem, through development of the states. Now, this brings to light the importance of what? Federalism, federal aspects, federalism, development of the state through competitive federalism, cooperative federalism, promoting competition among states to attract investment. So this is when the states get developed, regional inclusive regional development, every part of the country gets developed, then inclusive development of the nation will happen. But also you can also open up here that other angle as well. Development of the states, what should happen? The local government should also get developed. So that is empowering the PRIs, urban local bodies. So development of the states through the development of local bodies. So you empower PRIs and urban local government. That means you are empowering the people. Then achieving the Gandhian vision of oceanic circle. Achieving the principle of subsidiarity. Development of nation through development of the states, and development of the states through development of local bodies. So this, and also you can also open up that giving autonomy to the states, then distribution of the 3 lists, etc. Distribution of items among the 3 lists, delegating more powers to the states for development. So when question comes on all this federalism, the PRIs, etc., you can also mention this, the 4th pledge taken from 4th Sankalp outlined by the Prime Minister in the Parliament. Okay. So let's yes, 5th one. The 5th pledge is zero tolerance towards corruption, rejecting social acceptance of corruption. Yes, a very big evil in a country, corruption, and there is a social acceptance of corruption. This you can use in ethics, etc. Ethics or GS2. When the question comes on corruption, see, social acceptance of corruption is an issue in India. See, in many festival you must have noticed many bureaucrats, etc., get gifts. Gifting culture is there, so people give gift to them, so that they can get their work done. There is a social acceptance. In the Mughal era, there was a practice of Nazrana, Sukrana. This is all social acceptance of corruption. This is even continuing even today. This bureaucrats accepting gifts. There is acceptance of corruption. Also in Indian society, the trend is as such, the people who are corrupt and have amassed wealth, they are looked upon as, looked respectfully, because they have so much of wealth. Whereas people who are honest, they have less wealth, their income is only their salary income. They are not they are looked down upon by the Indian society. This is social acceptance of corruption. Also, we all know that how Kaushik Basu outlined that in India there is Sanskritization of corruptions. Sanskritization of corruption. That is, people accept corruption as a means for social and economic mobility in the country. Kaushik Basu, that is Sanskritized, that is social acceptance of corruption is there. Okay, so is even we'll discuss later one aspect later. Okay, so this is all it is, zero tolerance. So there should be zero tolerance towards this. You reject all this social acceptance of corruption, because we all know, because of corruption, India becomes morally corrupt, and the schemes and all the initiatives does not reach to the poor people. because of social acceptance of corruption. Okay, so let's move to the next sankalp. See, and for dynastic politics and for meritocracy, urge a shift from nepotism towards a merit-based governance. Okay, one by one. So dynastic politics, yes, very big issue in our country that hinders clean politics. Also leads to what one of the Gandhian sins, that is politics without principles. Dynastic politics, how certain families always control suppose a particular constituency, particular party, particular state. Every 5 years either that family are ruling. So there is dynastic politics which also hinders the talented people from entering politics because of dynastic politics. But for this to end, people should also reject dynastic politics. They should reject the candidates which are dynast and not based on merit. Further, the political parties should also take initiative to promote reforms within their party, promoting internal democracy in their party. Internal democracy. So this is dynastic politics. He talks about ending dynastic politics. And for meritocracy, he outlines shift from nepotism towards merit-based governance. Now, merit-based governance includes bureaucrats also. So nepotism, there should not be nepotism in selecting cabinet secretary, chief secretary, principal secretary. It should be merit-based. Cabinet secretary should have a 2-year tenure as outlined by various committees, and there should not be a transfer industry. Transfer postings every should be merit-based governance. As we had also discussed in the previous classes how the ARC2 outlined the prevalence of corruption in transfers, and the ARC2 outlines there is need for risk profiling of officers. That is, people who are corrupt should not be given sensitive positions. Sensitive positions should not be manned by corrupt people. They should be merit-based, high merit-based, and one of the merits in deciding should be their ethical track record. Also, the top position governance top positions, the CIC, the CBC, even CBI, even the Election Commission also to a certain extent. This all positions should be manned. The people should be appointed to this position based on merit, not based on favoritism, nepotism. So these are the governance institution to play a vital role in governance. Also Lokpal also. Wonder what happened to Lokpal. Yes, there is one Lokpal. But anyways, so let's talk about this. There should merit-based governance. So this should all be merit-based, not based on favoritism and nepotism. This is one of the pledge Prime Minister outlined. Okay. Yes, one more thing we'll discuss. You can also link here in this one. Rejecting social axiom. Yes, actually, see, the electoral bond scheme was initiated for clean politics, but as made by observation by the Supreme Court, how electoral bond scheme was used to put for money laundering and funding of black money in politics. So this should also apply. There should be social rejection of corruption. So this also how good intentions can lead to bad practices because of social acceptance of corruption. Okay, so let's move to the next one. See, next pledge here. What he talks about: respect the Constitution and stress the importance of protecting the Constitution from misuse of political gains. Now, what you can relate here? See, constitutional morality. Many times question has also come on constitutional morality. Once it has come, I guess, one of the GS papers. And also constitutionalism. That is, the constitution should be followed in letter and spirit. Misuse for political gains. Yes, we all know how the once in one of the instances where how the constitution was misused for political gains. The emergency was imposed, and also in the contemporary political development also how the constitution has been misused. Now see, one nation, one election. There has been a view that one nation, one election may affect the federalism in a country, affects the federalism of our country. That is the basic structure. So in a way, it's against constitutionalism, constitutional morality. These are some doubts related to one nation, one election. So you should there is important to protecting the constitution, respecting the constitution, is constitutional morality. And also there has been a debate. A debate was initiated that even the basic structure is being used by the judiciary to expand its powers. So yes, there should be a respect for separation of powers as well. That is, there should be constitutionalism. So whenever a question comes on constitutional morality or constitutionalism, etc., basic structure, you can relate this. Okay, and it can add some polishing to your answers. Now next one. Here, opposition to religion-based quotas. PM Modi reaffirmed the commitment to the existing reservations, but called for the resistance against introducing religion-based quotas. Existing reservations, yes, reservations for SC, STs, OBC, and EWS. Now also the Nari Shakti bill, then women also. So this is a reservation is a very important tool for achieving social justice in the country. Social justice. Okay. This is reaffirm commitment to reaffirm the commitment to existing reservations. So reservations will be there for achieving the social justice, but against religion-based quotas. Yes, religion-based quotas have been religion-based quota. Religion-based quota acts as a tool for dividing the country. Okay, see, because in the history of British time also, how religion-based quotas was used to divide the country. Yes, you must be recalling the government of India in 1909, the Morley-Minto reforms, how the separate electorates were introduced for the Muslims, and how the country would then have to pay the price of division, and how the country was divided. Even 1932 communal war was given. This too also, it was a way of alienating the people, that alienated people from each other. And yes, it was opposed also by Gandhiji. Then it was further reversed also. Okay, so he says opposition to the religion-based quotas. So question also if comes on history, parliamentary reforms, you can also connect this with the this pledge. Okay, so this is social justice, and this is against religion-based quotas, existing reservation, social justice. Now, pride in the laws and traditions. Citizens were urged to respect Indian laws, regulation, and heritage while shedding colonial mindset. Now, see, pride in Indian laws. This is more also reiterating of the fundamental duties that abide by national anthem and heritage, etc. See, pride in urge to respect. See, governance is a two-way process. Governance or good governance. So citizens follow the law, Law made by the parliament, as law also has its morality. It is made by the people through their elected representatives. Citizens follow the law and make the government accountable. So if citizens follow the law, they will get the morality to make the government accountable. So prior citizens follow respect Indian laws and regulation. Okay, laws and regulations. So that will be governance. And heritage. Yes, we should be proud of our heritage, our culture, because it gives roots to each one of us. Without heritage, we will be rootless. Now, while shedding colonial mindset. Yes, colonial mindsets also exist in our people. Also, colonial mindset is what? Considering someone as superior, someone as inferior. Caste-based discrimination is also a reminiscent of a colonial mindset, and this is also more applicable to the bureaucracy also. The bureaucratic attitude is what? Colonial mindset, right? Take this attitude, a colonial mindset. Bureaucrats thinking they are the rulers of the people, they are the my baap of the people. This is what? Colonial mindset. But in a democracy, bureaucrats are the servants of the people. People are the rulers. This is democratic mindset. Bureaucracy, colonial mindset, but required democratic mindset. The constitution is modern, liberal, but the bureaucracy is colonial, with colonial mindset. That's why bureaucratic reforms are needed. Shedding this colonial mindset will reform the bureaucracy, and it will remain relevant in the democracy. Rather, it will remain cohesive with the democracy. That is need for shedding the colonial mindset. Okay. So let's move further. Here, pride in the Indian heritage, fostering culture and historical legacy. Yes, it's more reiterating of the fundamental duty. Abide by the constitution, respect heritage, cultural places. This is more of a fundamental duty. Cherish the noble ideals and the freedom struggle. So historical legacy, you should cherish the noble ideals of a freedom fighters, freedom struggle movement. So here, question in the GS1 history aspects, history freedom struggle question comes, you can relate this with it, or relevance of our culture. Even today, why we should foster pride in the Indian culture? Because it is what we are today, because of our culture only. The idea of India is rooted in our culture. This is all cultural legacy. We should promote pride in fostering the idea of India, culture, Sarvadharma Sambhav, Vasudev Kutumbakam. It is our cultural ethos and social and ethical aspects as well in the country. Okay, so this is the 10th pledge. Let's come to the 11th pledge, the last one. Yes, unity in diversity. Reaffirm the vision of Ek Bharat, Shrestha Bharat and collective national efforts. Unity in diversity, that is Indian society. Our society is very diverse society, very diverse society. Indian society is also called as a salad bowl of cultures. We're different in the salad, how a salad bowl is different, vegetables, etc. They mix together and they are eaten together. So it gives a salad bowl of culture. Or also one politician used to say that India is like a thali, where different types of foods is there. So if you eat this thali, wholesomeness in your diet will be. So Indian culture, Indian diversity stays together. There will be wholesomeness. India is also mosaic of cultures, that is also said. So Indian society or diversity question comes, you can relate this with vision for Ek Bharat Shrestha Bharat. That is, when we are together, Ek Bharat, we are show unity and diversity, then we can become a Shrestha Bharat. Shrestha Bharat is excellence, promoting excellence, developed country. Then only if we are living together only. Okay, collective national efforts. Okay. So these were the 11 pledges we discussed. See, already I told you what are they, why we are discussing all this, and how it can help you. Okay, try to incorporate these 11 pledges in your answers. Yes, it should be naturally come. Don't artificially just try to fit in. It will come naturally only when you do some answer writing. When you practice, then things will come automatically and naturally in your answers, all these aspects. Okay, so yes, I will give you one question. Try to write it and send it to me. Okay, try to incorporate whichever the pledge fits into your answer. So okay, this question for you. So So here is the question. Community development approach. Okay. The community development approach can act as a catalyst against poverty and hunger in India. Discuss. Okay. Write in PDF format and send it to me. My number. Okay, send it on this number. Okay. Eight 8850452151. Community development approach can act as a catalyst against poverty and hunger in India. Okay, so try to incorporate these pledges wherever if possible and send it to me. I will evaluate and provide you feedback. Okay then, hope this session was helpful for you and all the best. Okay then.